U.S. cases of coronavirus more than doubling.
Tens of thousands have died.
In New Jersey, the governor has just declared a public health state of emergency in the Garden State.
We want to be very clear about what is essential, and we expect people to stay home.
Year has been full of unexpected hardships, never before seen challenges, and sacrifices big and small. In the face of it all, our stylist community has shown resilience, kindness, resourcefulness, and courage. Together, we gave millions of people a reason to smile, a glimmer of hope, and beautiful nails. Thank you for shining bright and making this year sparkle. Now, let's get ready to run.
Hello, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Okay, Miranda, come closer to the screen.
Okay.
Okay. We are so excited to have everybody here tonight. This is our first ever Ladies of Nailed It Stylist Sneak Peek that we are doing this way. So I hope everyone bears with us as we might have to click through a couple of little buttons, but we're excited to share with everybody a little bit about the business, okay? We promise that we're going to keep this a solid 15 minutes, and we will have time for questions at the end. But if you have questions during the event, feel free to comment. We have our fantastic Amanda Miles answering all the questions as people comment. So y'all feel free to drop those comments there. Okay. But without further ado, let me get my stuff ready. Okay. Here we go. So let me, 1 second, sorry. Okay. All right. So my name is Leah Lindsay, and I am with the team Ladies of Nailed It. And I started with Color Street back in February. This coming February will be 3 years. So I'm really excited to present to y'all a little bit about our team, share with y'all our team culture, but really just share with y'all about our product. So I am a mom, a wife. I have 3 little girls, and Color Street is everything to my family. Okay, I'll share with y'all a little bit about that later. But I also wanted to introduce y'all my really good and dear friend, Miranda Walker. She can introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Miranda Walker, and I've actually been a Color Street stylist for almost 2 years. My 2-year anniversary will be in March, and I met Leah through this awesome business and this awesome company. So we are excited to have you here. Again, we're going to keep this short, and there'll be an opportunity at the end for questions. And my twin sister, Amanda Miles, who is the moderator, is going to help answer any questions that you have throughout. I am married. I have 2 children, 11-year-old and a 7-year-old. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. So first of all, I want to tell you about Color Street. So I love the product, and you probably love it too. You're here. You're a customer more than likely, and you have been using the product. So that's one of our main points. In order to do something, you have to have a passion for it, and a belief in the product is so important. So I'm going to hit 3 key parts here. With Color Street, you guys, we do not have any competition. We have global patents on this product. There's no other 100% real dry nail product out there. So there's that. And then number 2, it's a consumable product. It's nail polish. Women love to have pretty nails. You wear your nail polish, you change it out. It's affordable. So you have customers that will come buy the product from you and continue to use the product. And lastly, with Color Street, we have new launches each month, and that's actually something that's relatively new. With Color Street, they help us as stylists remain relevant. They give us all of the opportunities in the world to share with our customers holiday launches. We have mini launches, which are new, and then we also have foundation launches. So there's all of these, areas and avenues that make the belief in the product so powerful for me.
Thank you, Miranda.
You're welcome.
I'm going to click to the next slide over here. All right. So a little bit that I am piece about this whole puzzle that I am most passionate about is the team. Okay. And the culture of the team. Our team is called Ladies of Nailed It. And within our team, Ladies of Nailed It, we have a ton of other teams. Miranda leads the team Frontline Girls. So, I will say, like, when I first joined Color Street, I thought I was joining an opportunity where I was going to be selling nail polish, right? What I did not realize that I was going to end up finding was a community of women that are my go-to people. They're my best friends. They're the people that I do life with. I talk to them every single day, all the time. Our families have met. We've hung out a couple of times in person. But to me, that is what is like most important about this business is the community that I'm a part of. Within our team, Ladies of Nailed It, we have a ton of resources just from our team doing trainings and events and things like that. We just wrapped up our first ever stylist soiree where we had all of our ladies come together and do some fun challenges to win some really big prizes. But what's even better than all of this is the training that Color Street gives us each and every week. We have trainings from Color Street every week, and we also have it every day. If that seems overwhelming to you, it's fine. You don't have to hop on to every training. You just kind of take bits and pieces of what you want to learn about and go from there. So when you join this team, when you join this opportunity, you're not just coming into something blind. You're going to have so much guidance and so many leaders out there to help you and direct you. So that is really what this team, Ladies Have Nailed It, is all about. It's about a positive culture where we're here to encourage and work and help one another.
All right, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about some myths and some, common, hangups that you may have about joining to be a stylist or considering joining to be a stylist. And out of all of the girls on the team, like new stylists and even potentials, the most common thing that we hear all the time is, I don't have time. I don't have time to be a stylist. Another one is, I don't have any direct sales experience. And the thing about the time is, think about when you're laying in bed at night and you're scrolling Facebook. Why not let that make you a little bit of money? If you have 10 minutes or 20 minutes a day, you could be more of like a hobbyist or somebody that, wants to get their nails at a discount and maybe shares it with their family and friends. You have to kind of figure out what is your reason for wanting to join. And also, that's going to change over time. I know when I first signed up, I really didn't think too much about it. I just thought, okay, I love these nails. I'm wearing them. I'm sharing them. It's $129 to sign up. What's the worst that could happen? So I wasn't really thinking about, I want to sign up and then eventually quit my career and do Color Street full time. But, thankfully, I followed the resources and the tools that were out there, and that's my reality now. And I'm not saying that has to be everyone's, but you have to decide what you want out of the business. And if you don't know right off the bat, no problems. You have, tons of time, and we can even help you figure out your why. So consider those things, as you're thinking about this opportunity.
Okay. All right. So a lot of times, just like Miranda was saying, so a lot of times people, the things that I hear people say is they're like, I am not a salesperson. And I'm sitting here thinking, neither am I. I'm not a salesperson. Okay. So we have the solution for you. Okay. It's not selling, it's sharing. Earlier today, Miranda made this great comment and she said, think about the last product you tried and loved. I bet you shared it with your friends and family. That's how we share, not sell. Okay. So say you went and found this like new mascara and you're like, this stuff really works. You tell your friends, right? Because you want them to have a product that works really well. That's the same kind of idea with Color Street. You're just sharing about the product itself. Another thing is sometimes as women and mothers and we're working full time and we feel like we're always doing something for other people all the time. What I have really seen with this company and talking to this stylist on the team is that before Color Street, they felt like they were kind of lacking something that they were doing for themselves. And with this business, you're working your own personal goals, okay? And when you achieve those small little goals a little bit at a time, it really empowers you as a person and you get really excited to want to work harder for what your why is. And a lot of times that why that you first originally created, like I did for myself, changes into something even bigger. And it's a bigger challenge and something that you want to work even harder towards, okay? This isn't for some people always about the money. That's really, sometimes people join because they're like, I just want to be a part of something bigger. I want to be a part of a community. Before COVID, we always had team get-togethers and events. A lot of that has been put to the side, but over the next little bit of time, we do hope to start all of that back because you start to like really find those connections of people that you can relate with. But we have to be realistic about the business. If this is something that you really want to say, be like Miranda, quit your job full time, You have to have the self-motivation and the dedication and the time management to make it work. Okay. So say you're really busy during the day, but you have a little bit of free time in the afternoon. Like, you have to set that time aside instead of scrolling Facebook, but to work your business just a little bit at a time every single day so that you can see, what this is going to do for you. All right. Let me tell you a little bit more. Okay, a little bit about the compensation plan. I won't go too deep into it. Once you join as a stylist, you will get a roadmap to success in your kit. And it gives you all the details about the compensation plan. But we can also share more with that later if you have any questions. But the commissions are paid every single week on Thursdays. You make 25% commissions off all of your sales, up to 35%. And there's also so many more bonuses that you get, okay? Conference trips. We have conference scheduled for this July. As a team, we will all be going down to Orlando for our conference. Incentive trips, okay? Several of us have qualified for upcoming incentive trips to Mexico, to Punta Cana, different places. And those happen every single year. So those are goals that you can work towards to earn trips. There's also bonus pays based off of rank advancements that you make and things like that within the team. So there's just so many things that Color Street gives back to us as stylists that make it even more fun. Now, you might be wondering what all comes in that stylist kit, and that's the biggest bonus about this whole thing. So the stylist kit, as you can see here, comes with 13 full sets of nails and 72 nail testers. And you also get everything else in the picture. So really, you can get your business up and going and running for $129. And then the 13 sets of nails that you get in the mail, like with your kit, you can turn around and sell those to get your money back for the purchase of the kit. Okay. So everything comes in this one kit, and then you can really get your business going. A lot of people get their business going really quickly before their kit even arrives in the mail. Okay. So that's pretty much the details of the business. We don't want to keep everyone over and add too much to the evening. But so for the most part, this event is over. We hope that you got a lot of information really quickly from us, but we are going to stay on and we're going to answer any questions that you have. Okay, so please comment below and let us know what questions you have for me and Miranda and Amanda to comment. And then once all of this is over, personally message your stylist, okay, on Facebook and reach out to them and let them know what you thought about this event, what you took from it, what was a key takeaway that you were like, oh, okay, I really like this about Color Street. And thank them for inviting you. Also, check your emails because everyone that registered, you're going to be getting a follow-up email tonight. So follow that email and let us know what questions you have. Okay. Thank y'all for all of the comments. All right. Does anyone have any specific questions? Thank you to my brother for commenting. All right, let's see where everyone is from. People are asking where they made. Okay, that is such a great question. And they are made in Clifton, New Jersey. Okay, there is the manufacturing plant is right there in Clifton, New Jersey. Fa Park is the inventor and creator of Color Street, and he's at the warehouse every single day. I had the opportunity to go to New Jersey in March, literally the weekend before COVID hit, and tour the facility. Fa Park gave us a walking tour of the whole facility, and we got to see how nail strips were made from the very beginning to the very last product. And it was absolutely amazing. And when I say that there's no other product out there like it, there's just absolutely no way that there can be after going and seeing every single step of the process.
It's amazing. It's such an incredible process.
Oh, Matthew Mathers. Okay. This person said, I'm worried about selling because there are like 6 stylists in our small little town. Should I let that stop me from selling? Miranda, what would you say?
I would say to that, no, you shouldn't let it stop you, because
No way.
no, my identical twin sister and I live 20 minutes apart from each other, and we have both built successful businesses. The thing is you're going to get outside of your initial circle very quickly, and you do that through nail bars. So the fact that there's other stylists in your community should definitely not be a hindrance. Let it be a motivator.
Right. Like say you, like in where I live, there's a ton of Color Street stylists, but I still tell stylists or my friends who are interested in joining, the opportunity and the sky's the limit. This company will be 4 years this summer, and we still have so much growth out there and so much potential. And you will realize the more people you start talking to that they don't know about Color Street. You probably know about Color Street because you hear about it all the time because you buy Color Street and you follow stylists on Facebook. But there's so many people out there that do not know about it. So say you have one nail bar party in a state outside of where you are. Say you have a friend or a cousin that lives in a different state and you go there, or you have a nail bar party with them, then you meet all their friends, and not all of their friends have heard of Color Street. And then it's literally like a spider web effect of how you get out there. Me and Miranda did not know each other before Color Street, and Amanda, and now we're like BFF. But we met through a nail bar party. Okay. That is how we met. We met for the very first time in person, literally standing in Magical Kingdom at the castle, because that's where we had our Color Street conference. All right. And that's just how it happens. Brittany Barnett made a great point. She said she thinks there's 10 different stylists in her neighborhood alone.
Someone asked about, let's see, where did it go? Are there any projections for future growth? Oh,
yes.
Absolutely. And expansions into Canada is coming up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we're waiting on. That was supposed to have happened last year, but COVID, of course, delayed that. But there's just, I mean, we're getting surprised all the time. And that's one of the things I love most about Color Street is I don't know what they're going to come up with next. Just when you think that they couldn't, put anything out better than what they did the month before or do anything to help us stylists propel our businesses and keep them forward moving, they do. And that's also the beauty of working in, a direct sales, if you will, company is we are able to have all of these launches. We don't have X amount of, shelf space and so many sets that can be produced. The company can produce however many they want when they want. And in turn, we can share that with our customers and always keep it, fresh and relevant.
Yes. Okay, one more question. Did you all know who you're going to sell to when you started? Because that is another fear of mine. I have no idea. All right, here's the thing. You have to start with one person. One person. You can ask a cousin, a sister, an aunt, whoever, someone to host a nail bar party with you. Okay, and then you have a nail bar party with that person, and then your business just expands from there. My customers are not my original customers. They are people that I have met over the years and have always sold to them. So really, it's just one person you have to start with. What do you think, Miranda?
I completely agree with that. Whenever I, started with Color Street, again, I had a nail bar party, and it was with Leah. And in the middle of it, I was like, okay, we all have, a few friends and or family members. So I was like, you know what, I'll just invite them and see what they think. And then they all joined in, and then they invited some of their friends. And then I was like, oh my gosh, all these people are buying these nails and they're, giving Leah all this money. That could be money in my pocket. So I think midway of my nail bar, I decided to sign up. So I don't think you have to have a huge circle. I think you do have to step outside of your comfort zone and start to build, authentic, true relationships with people. And that can be as simple as, reconnecting with someone that you haven't, spoken with. And don't mention Color Street. So you don't want to just start throwing your product on people. Hey, Betty, I haven't, talked to you in 10 years, but I'm so excited. I'm a Color Street stylist. That's icky. And if you get messages like that, it just doesn't feel good. You just don't like it. So I always tell my girls, slow and steady, build some relationships, show your passion, be authentic. Don't be scared to ask people to try. Don't be scared to send messages, asking people, because the worst they can say is no. So those are all things that I just, you would learn as a stylist. There's tons of trainings that we offer and provide on how to not be spammy and how to share. And, self-education too. There's tons of YouTube videos out there. I watch, people in Color Street that I want to be like. Like, I like that person. What does she do? And then just emulate what they do and be consistent. Those are my biggest, tips.
And just give it a chance. I'm so thankful. I say this all the time, but I am so thankful that someone, Jen, asked me to join Color Street. Thank you so much for asking me, because I know for a fact I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I would not be. It has completely changed my life. And I know that there's so many ladies on the team as well that has done the same thing for them in a lot of different ways.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, agree completely. Leah's, have you thought about being a stylist? ? Is literally what was like, you know what? Actually, I haven't, but I should. I think my response was, maybe I should.
Okay, one more question. Does the training show you how to network and meet new people? Do not feel terrible that you're the only one asking the questions. We love questions. That's why we're here. All right, I'm going to answer this one question really fast. It says, are you allowed to sell at vendor events or craft fairs? And the answer is yes. If people are still doing that right now in the middle of COVID, I have heard of some vendor events going on. So yes, you are allowed to do those types of events. Correct me if I'm wrong about the craft fairs, but I know for vendor events.
I think it just depends. There's some craft fairs where they're only, handmade stuff. Sure, you can't do Color Street, but most vendor events, because I do vendor events, they're actually so fun, but most of them you can, unless it's has to be handmade or homemade or whatever.
Yeah. So the question was, does the training show you how to network and meet new people? So we actually have a Color Street app that is also another great tool. I just honestly went through it myself the other day. I wanted to see and be a reminder, brought back to the basics of the business. And I think there were 13 modules alone just in the beginning about nail bar parties and how to post things on social media and how to make posts. So that right there is a big chunk of information just in the Color Street app. And so there's all kinds of different sections in the app that you can slowly walk through and work through at your pace that have videos, examples, and things like that. So you're not just kind of trying to figure it out on your own. I will say when I first started, we had nothing. We didn't have anything. And so everything that we have had to create on our own. And now Color Street's kind of started to catch up with us and bring on some trainings. And now there's tons of information out there.
Yeah, and that just allows us to do more things with our teams.
Yeah, and do fun things like this.
Yes, do fun things like this and figure out, ways to reach new people and ways to, expand everyone's personal business. It's just so much fun.
Yes. Okay, we don't want to keep everyone too long. So if that's all the questions, we will hang up for the night. But we will probably continue to do events like this because I feel like this went pretty well. We're learning as we go. So we appreciate everyone jumping on and listening and giving us your time tonight, because we know that your time is precious. So we cannot say thank you enough. Y'all have a fantastic night. Goodbye from Ladies of Nailed It and Frontline Girls. Bye. Bye.